guys, and welcome back to our Feed the Beast War, the public Dwarfen War version. So now we are finally there, we finally did it. We have a map up for you to download in the description. It is specifically designed for the Dwarfen War in mind. You can of course use it for other purposes if you would like, but it's made for our rules, our version of the war. There's also a new version of the rules available, which will be ready to download in the description as well. Let's take a look inside. Okay, the way we've just gone through is the secret entrance. It goes through the roof of, well, not the roof, but there's a little door on top of the mountain where you can climb down and get into the mountain secretly. There's a couple of other entrances, one in each direction, so one's west, one's east, one's north, one's south. So you can get into the mountain from all kinds of directions. And the way you want to go is through all of these buildings into the central building, which is the meeting hall for you and your team. So there's 4 rooms, 1 for each team. This is set up for 4 teams. I think it's not that hard to do, to make it for more teams, but 4 is the maximum team number it's set up for at the moment. I think you can modify it quite easily. So this is where you meet. The special item number 5 is in the middle, so the one that you'd have to capture if you've already collected all the others from the other teams. And also keep in mind that the city, the mountain, is the thing where you have to make your last stand in the last 20 minutes or 10 minutes, I can't remember off the top of my head, the last few minutes of the war where you have to stay. So keep a good look around and try and find good places to stay, to hide. Of course, at the beginning you're not allowed to be attacked inside the mountain. Right, now we're coming through one of the normal entrances into the mountain. This is, I think, was the south entrance, I can't really remember. You go around and go down through the normal inner wall of the mountain, so you really know when you're in the city. This is the first shop. It's called the Arboretum. It's of course where you buy wood, different types of wood you can buy, and this is how the trading game works in this game, in our map setup. So you've got a trade-o-mat, which is, I think, a industrial crafting, but don't quote me on it. And you basically put nuggets in and you get stuff out. And there's chests underneath those trader mats that are filled with the stuff they sell. So there's a nearly infinite supply. You're not going to run out, trust me. You can also buy cactus, because cactus, of course, when you have large biomes on, which this map has, there's no desert around in the area where you're actually allowed to go. This is the next building. This is the bank, and it works the same way as the other buildings, except for that you can trade your stuff in here. So if you've got large quantities of, let's say, iron, but you need gold to buy stuff, because there's different currencies. Of course, there's copper, then iron, then gold, then diamond. But I don't think you can buy anything with diamond anywhere, so you can just trade in your diamonds for gold, just to get some money, basically. So you can do that in the bank. But I have to tell you, the changing down, from you don't get that many diamonds for your gold, then you get gold for your diamonds. So it is a little bit unfair. So don't try to get diamonds by going to the bank. You can, but it's really expensive. Then this is the place where you can get food that comes from animals. So you can get all sorts of things. You can also get the byproducts like feathers and leather. And if you walk out, you can refill the stuff, because they actually get out of stock pretty quickly, but you can walk out and trigger the spawners, and then the golems will kill the animals for you, and they will get sorted into the right bit of the chest, so you can then buy stuff again. You can also buy different colors of wool, which is nice for building if you are that confident of being ahead, because normally it's a bit of a waste of time to build that pretty. Okay, the next part would be the arenas, I think. Oh no, the blacksmith. The blacksmith is, you pay for entry by buying one of those arcane keys that work with the arcane doors. If you don't know how the arcane doors work, just look it up in the wiki. It's a Thorncraft thing. Only the player who placed them can open them normally, unless you give them a key. So because I'm the player who placed them, if you download the map, there won't be any problem someone cheating. So you can just buy the key. It's a one-time thing, and then you can go downstairs, use the pulverizer, and also inside there's an anvil. So if you want to repair your maybe very cool enchanted weapon, but you don't have an anvil yet, you can just go in there and use the anvil there. And this is the first arena. No, it's the one that is like overground, kinda. It's still inside a mountain, but it's more overground than the other one. And this is where you do normal sword fights and pig fights, where you sit on a pig and ride around and try and kill each other off like that. And there's of course stands for every team, and you walk through the iron door where you get trapped inside, of course, until the arena is triggered, and then you can walk out and kill each other. And there's also a little hut where the referee can sit, which is preferably always someone from a different team than one of the teams competing. So let's go down into the Spleef arena. Now, if you don't know what Spleef is, how it works, basically the two players are on a large chunk of snow, and underneath the snow there's either lava or the void or something that kills them. So it's really dark, so if you build it right over the void, it's really helpful because it makes it even darker for people. If I weren't in creative mode, it would be like really dark down here. And so let's go into one of the competitors' chambers. So what you do is you walk over here and get in your little chamber. You have to grab a shovel from this dispenser, and then you go in there. It would have to be triggered from the referee's room again. There's another referee's room for down here. And then you just get your shovel out. It gets really dark and you have to destroy the snow. Obviously snow gets really quickly destroyed, and you can't see the holes. The other person can't see the holes. So you just create holes, and the last person standing and not falling to his death is the one who wins. Yeah, it's a really fun game. It's not so much about combat, it's just about having good eyes and maybe turn up your brightness the most you can so that you don't fall into a hole. Right, let's get out of here. It's really dark and scary. Okay, the next thing I wanted to show you is the portals. Because as you remember, in the rules it says that you're not allowed to build the portals in your own dwarven city. They are made in the central village just for you to use. It makes it a bit harder to go to the nether and things because you don't want to be caught on the way there. Obviously when you're in the village you're not allowed to be attacked, but when you are walking towards the portal, or especially maybe the way back, kitted out and full of loot, you don't want to be killed. And yeah, so that's why it makes it a bit more interesting to have the portals in the middle city. So this is the Twilight Forest portal and the normal Nether portal. Right, let's get into the middle central room once more. The teams it would be better to be color coded. So at the moment, as on the map we are playing at, this is not the map we're actually playing on, it's a different version we have. We've got color coded entrances, so with Team 1 and Team 2 they sometimes forget which team they're on. So if you just put a bit of wall there to see where the players are supposed to be. So what you just saw there is the chest where the special item is stored at the beginning. So if you walk down out into the direction you want to build your city, your dwarven city that is, you just grab the item out of there. Obviously the king has to do that, and you just walk out through. Obviously this village is cleared of things, so it isn't an unfair advantage to the team that walks out this way, because there are no villages in the other directions, at least not on the path. And there's a path leading towards the place where you're supposed to build your dwarven city. So there's a chest in every direction. This exit is a little bit different because there's one way up towards the normal exit, which would be the west gate out of the Lonely Mountain, but there's also one path that goes to, when you're out of the door, to the left, and this is because there's the Spleef arena in one direction and you couldn't really build a path through that. So if you want to go out the direction where the Spleef arena is, you have to go to the west entrance and then go left when you're out. We had a little bit of a problem with the team who had to do that because they couldn't find their exit, and therefore it was a bit problematic with the starting time. Yeah, this is the last entrance. This is also a bit special, just to consider when you want to make your last stand or something. This is a different gate. It's normal for the everyday playing, but it's really easy to defend because there's a little way up. You can walk up there and maybe just shoot arrows down at the incoming enemy or something like that. I should also mention that the whole mountain is supposed to be fully lit so that you can't get attacked by monsters, so that they can't blow up any type of redstone or things, because there's a lot of things going on underground and you don't want things to get destroyed. Let's have another look at the secret entrance then, because this obviously isn't that important at the beginning, but as the game continues and more people have to go into town to buy things, maybe because you want to have buildcraft pipes that are waterproof, you need cactus, so you have to go into town and buy at least a couple so that you can start your own cactus farm. Also, we found it really easy to just buy tons of wood because it's really cheap, instead of going out of your little hut, because you're not allowed to have trees. Wait, no. Go out of your little hut and collect trees all the time, because you're being underground and it's very inconvenient to have trees underground. So this is where the little secret entrance leads. It leads into the back of the arena. So there's two exits to it, but only one entrance, and not counting the entrance at the top, obviously, the little red door. This is of course very convenient if you want to get into the mountain without being noticed. Maybe the guys that have to defend their last stand in the mountain are looking at all the exits, and you could just sneak in and surprise them. Alright guys, that has been it for today. We've been looking at the Lonely Mountain, the perfect match for the rules if you want to play the Dwarfen Wars. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like our little build of a replica of the Lonely Mountain from the Lord of the Rings. It's not really a replica, it's just we got the idea from that. And I hope you really enjoy the rules and the game much more now, and please just try it out. If you don't like it, you can always stop, but it's really a lot of fun, and it's a very good opportunity to play with your friends and a bigger gameplay than just doing normal survival. So it really spices up your everyday Minecraft. So just give it a try and let us know what you think. As always, thanks for watching and see you guys next time. Bye bye.